A recently widowed woman relocates to a new home with her daughter, hoping for a fresh beginning. However, their first night turns horrific when 3 men break into the house. The story begins with Meg Altman, a newly divorced woman, exploring a house in New York City with her real estate agent, Evan. Accompanied by her 11-year-old diabetic daughter, Sarah, Meg is impressed by the house. While viewing the master bedroom, Meg notices the room feels smaller than expected. Evan reveals a hidden panic room, emphasizing its secure features: reinforced steel door, a separate phone line, independent ventilation, and backup power. Meg and Sarah move into their new home. On the first night, they enjoy pizza together, and then Meg tucks Sarah into bed, expressing her love. As Meg heads to her own room, danger lurks outside. 3 intruders, Burnham, Jr., and Raul, attempt to break into the house. Failing at the front door, they enter through the roof. Burnham ensures the residents are asleep, and then unlocks the door for his accomplices. Meg wakes up, feeling thirsty, and after taking her pills, while turning off the lights, she notices unusual activity on the CCTV cameras. She sees the intruders, rushes to Sarah's room, and they both flee to the panic room, locking themselves inside just in time. The intruders strategize ways to access the panic room. Meg discovers a one-way microphone and uses it to threaten them, claiming the police are on their way. Burnham dismisses her bluff, and Junior reveals through a note that their target is inside the panic room. Burnham finds a propane tank and connects it to the panic room's ventilation system. Pumping gas into the room, he hopes to force Meg and Sarah out. When Meg and Sarah struggle to breathe, Meg comes up with a plan. She ignites the gas, which an explosion that injures Junior. Meg notices a phone left by one of the intruders in the bedroom. Seizing an opportunity while the intruders argue, she retrieves it and calls her ex-husband Stephen. But the call is cut short before she can fully explain the situation. Sarah's blood sugar drops dangerously low, and Meg desperately searches for something sweet to stabilize her. Meanwhile, tensions escalate among the intruders, and Junior attempts to leave, but is shot and killed by Raul. Meanwhile, Stephen, unaware of the situation, arrives at the house. Raul overpowers him and uses him to lure Meg and Sarah out of the panic room. When they don't comply, Raul violently beats Stephen in front of the cameras, prompting Burnham to cover the camera. Inside the panic room, Sarah suffers seizures, and Meg is desperate to help. In one of the cameras, Meg sees that Burnham has knocked Raul unconscious and decides to risk leaving the panic room. However, after retrieving Sarah's medication, she realizes the intruders have set a trap by disguising Raul as Stephen. With the panic room open, Burnham and Raul enter and find Sarah unconscious. Meg manages to pass the medication inside before the door closes. She then begs Burnham to administer the injection, and he reluctantly agrees. Meg finds Stephen severely injured. Burnham retrieves cash from a safe in the panic room and plans to escape with Raul. Meg locks all exits and arms Stephen with a gun. At the front door, Stephen confronts the intruders, demanding Sarah's release. Raul refuses, holding her hostage. Meg attacks Raul with an axe, but he recovers and assaults her and Stephen. Sarah intervenes, stabbing Raul with syringes. As Raul attempts to kill Meg, Burnham returns and shoots him. Police arrive, and Burnham tries to escape, but is apprehended, scattering the stolen money in the process. With the ordeal over, Meg holds Sarah close. The film concludes with the pair searching for a new home, determined to start fresh again.